College soccer is played by teams of football students throughout colleges and universities. College soccer is probably most widespread in the United States, but is also prominent in South Korea and Canada. In these countries, the institutions typically hire full-time professional coaches and staff, although the student athletes are strictly amateur and are not paid. In the United States, college soccer is sponsored by the sports regulatory body for major universities, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, and those for smaller universities and colleges, including the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics, the National Christian College Athletic Association, and the United States Collegiate Athletic Association. Many top American college soccer players play for separate teams in the Premier Development League during the summer. One college club, the BYU Cougars men's team, has foregone playing in the NCAA or NAIA and instead play all of their games in the Poundal. At the end of the NCAA college season, there is a college soccer draft, and during this draft the professional clubs in the USA can opt to draft the most talented college players to the professional leagues directly from college. The professional leagues who have the opportunity to cast their picks are usually the MLS, with the lower professional leagues such as USLPRO and NASL having other ways to draft. Rules: while similar in general appearance, NCAA rules diverge significantly from FIFA laws of the game. If a player accumulates 5 yellow cards over the course of one season, they are banned one game. A manager may make unlimited substitutions, and each player is allowed one re-entry which must occur in the second half of the match. All matches have an overtime period if the game remains tied after 90 minutes. As opposed to a classic two-half overtime, a sudden death rule is applied. If neither team scores in the two 10-minute halves, the match ends in a draw. College soccer is played with a clock that can be stopped when signaled to by the referee for injuries, the issuing of misconducts, or when the referee feels a team is wasting time. The clock is also stopped after goals until play is restarted, and the clock generally counts down from 45:00 to 0:00 in each half. In most professional soccer leagues, there is an up-counting clock with the referee adding injury time to the end of each 45-minute half. Divisions and conferences in the United States: there are 205 Division I, 207 Division II, and 408 Division III men's soccer programs. NCAA Division I Division I attendance leaders. The following Division I soccer teams have an average attendance of at least 2,000 as of 2012. 1. UCSB Gauchos, 9-5542, 2. Akron Huskies, 14-4228, 3. Maryland Terrapins, 16-3031, 4. Cal Poly Mustangs, 10-2708, 5. Akron Zips, 12-2619, 6. Creighton Blue Jays, 12-2391, 7. Louisville Cardinals, 14-2215, 8. New Mexico Lobos, 13-2212, 9. Clemson Tigers, 9-2193. NCAA Division II California Collegiate Athletic Association, Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference, Conference Carolinas, East Coast Conference, Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Great Lakes Valley Conference, Great Midwest Athletic Conference, Great Northwest Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, Heartland Conference, MIDA Euro-America Intercollegiate Athletics Association, Mountain East Conference, Northeast 10 Conference, Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference, Pacific West Conference, Peach Belt Conference, Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, South Atlantic Conference, Sunshine State Conference, NCAA Division II Independent Schools. NCAA Division III Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference, American Southwest Conference, Capital Athletic Conference, Centennial Conference, City University of New York Athletic Conference, College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin, Colonial States Athletic Conference, Commonwealth Coast Conference, Empire 8, Great Northeast Athletic Conference, Great South Athletic Conference, Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Landmark Conference, Liberty League, Little East Conference, Massachusetts State College Athletic Conference, Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association, Middle Atlantic States Collegiate Athletic Corporation, Midwest Conference, Minnesota Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, New England Small College Athletic Conference, New England Women's and Men's Athletic Conference, New Jersey Athletic Conference. North Atlantic Conference, North Coast Athletic Conference, Northeastern Athletic Conference, Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference, Northwest Conference, Ohio Athletic Conference, Old Dominion Athletic Conference, President's Athletic Conference, Skyline Conference. St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Southern Athletic Association, Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference, State University of New York Athletic Conference, USA South Athletic Conference, Upper Midwest Athletic Conference, University Athletic Association, Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, NCAA Division III Independent Schools. NAIA American Midwest Conference, Appalachian Athletic Conference, California Pacific Conference, Cascade Collegiate Conference, Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference, Crossroads League, Frontier Conference, Golden State Athletic Conference, Great Plains Athletic Conference, Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference, Kentucky Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, Heart of America Athletic Conference, Mid-South Conference, Midlands Collegiate Athletic Conference, Midwest Collegiate Conference, North Star Athletic Association, Red River Athletic Conference, Sooner Athletic Conference, Southern States Athletic Conference, the Sun Conference, Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference, NAIA Independent Schools. History of college soccer in the U.S. The first de facto college football game held in the U.S. in 1869 between Rutgers University and Princeton was contested under the London Football Association rules at Rutgers captain John W. Leggett's request, with the game being played under association rules mixed with rugby. However, most sports historians argue that this was actually the first ever college gridiron football season in history. The NCAA first began holding a national championship in 1959. Prior to 1959, the national champion had been determined by a national poll instead of through a national tournament. St. Louis University won the 1959 inaugural championship using mostly local players, defeating a number of teams that were mostly foreign players. St. Louis University continued to dominate the Division I championship for a number of years, appearing in 5 consecutive finals from 1959 to 1963 and winning 4. And appearing in 6 consecutive finals from 1969 to 1974 and winning 4. College soccer continued growing throughout the 1970s, with the NCAA adding a Division III in 1974 to accommodate the growing number of schools. Indiana University dominated men's soccer in the 1980s, 90s, and 2000s with 8 national championships, 6 Hermann trophies, countless All-Americans, 13 national team players, and 6 Olympians. From 1973 to 2003 no team won more national championships or had more NCAA College Cup appearances than Indiana. Virginia won a record 4 consecutive national championships from 1991 to 1994 under head coach Bruce Arena, who later went on to coach the U.S. national team. Divisions and conferences internationally. Canada In Canada, there are 2 organizations that regulate university and collegiate athletics. Canadian Inter-University Sport, Atlantic University Sport, Canada West Universities Athletic Association, Ontario University Athletics, Quebec Student Sports Federation. Canadian Colleges Athletic Association, Atlantic Colleges Athletic Association, Quebec Student Sports Federation, Ontario Colleges Athletic Association, Alberta Colleges Athletic Conference, British Columbia Colleges Athletic Association. South Korea The U-League is a university football competition in Korea Republic. Created in 2008, It is the first organized league competition for university football teams and will operate outside of the regular Korean Football League structure. United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, association football in colleges and universities is governed by the BUSA Football League. National College Soccer Awards, C category, College Soccer Trophies and Awards in the United States, Hermann Trophy, NSCAA Player of the Year, Soccer America Player of the Year, ISAA Player of the Year, ISAA Goalkeeper of the Year, NSCAA Coach of the Year. Notable American men's college soccer graduates. Noted as players. Noted in other fields. Robert Gibbs, North Carolina State, David Petraeus, Army, Andrew Shue, Dartmouth, Jim Sonfeld, South Carolina, John Stewart, William and Mary, Ethan Zahn, Vassar, Matt Kearney, Chico State. Notable non-American men's college soccer graduates. Noted as players. Noted in other fields. Paul Diamond, Old Dominion, a Euro professional wrestler, Canada, Alejandro Toledo, San Francisco, a Euro president of Peru, 2001, a Euro 2006. Notable men's college soccer coaches, Al Albert, William and Mary, Bruce Arena, Virginia, Bob Bradley, Princeton, Clive Charles, Portland, Sasho Sirovsky, Maryland, Bob Ganzler, Milwaukee, George Gelnovach, Virginia, Barry Gorman, Penn State, Bob Guelka, St. Louis and SIU Edwardsville, Shalas Hindman, Southern Methodist, Ibrahim M. Ibrahim, Clemson, Lev Kirshner, San Diego State, Stephen Negusko, San Francisco, Caleb Porter, Akron, Sergei Schmidt, UCLA, Tim Von Steeg, UC Santa Barbara, Jerry Yeagley, Indiana. Notable American women's college soccer graduates. Notable non-American women's college soccer graduates, Charmin Hooper, NC State, Cara Lang, UCLA, Andrea Neal, UBC, Ali Riley, Stanford, Christine Sinclair, Portland, Kelly Smith, Seton Hall, Melissa Tancredi, Notre Dame, Brittany Timko, Nebraska. See also, List of NCAA Division I men's soccer programs, List of NCAA Division II men's soccer programs, NCAA Division I men's soccer championship, NCAA Division II men's soccer championship, NCAA Division III men's soccer championship, NCAA women's soccer championship, NAIA National men's soccer championship, NAIA National women's soccer championship, Hermann Trophy, Division I First Team All-Americans, Soccer in the United States, College Athletics, College Rivalries, Canadian Inter-University Sport, Canadian Colleges Athletic Association, Canadian Colleges Athletic Association Soccer National Championships. Notes and references. External links, Soccer Rules of the Game, Division III Soccer Information, College Soccer News and Rankings, College Soccer Rankings, College Soccer Standings, Play Atlantic.